Continuing on through geometry, we're going to talk some more about surface area and some different shapes we didn't talk about before. Question number one is a cube. A cube is made up of 6 squares that are all the same side. So it's one of the easier ones. So we take 6 and multiply by the formula for a square. That will give us the surface area of the whole thing. So in this case, all sides are 12. So 6 times 12 squared is 144, times 6 is 864 inches squared. Question number 2 talks about the cube, the same cube, and this time now though, they took a square center out of it, and each side of that is 4. That tells me up here, length of 4. So the new surface area then is the old surface area from question number 1 plus on the inside of the cube there's 4 new sides, and then we're going to take away from that though the top and bottom that are no longer there. So we're going to work our way through it. On the inside of this, there are 4 sides that are new, that are rectangles. So we're going to take 4 times the length and width of those rectangles. It's the inside rectangle is 4 by 12. Which will give us 192 inches squared that are new. And then the top and bottom of this though is no longer there, so we're going to subtract that off. And those are just 2 squares that are 4 by 4. Which would give us an area of 32 inches squared. So we have the old area up top, 864, plus this new one right here, 192. And from that we're going to subtract away the top and bottom that is no longer there. So this is our new surface area, and it ends up being 1,024 inches squared. Question number 3. The surface area of this shape is a bunch of different pieces, but we do know that the front and back are the same size, and they happen to be trapezoids. You can see that here. So we have twice the front. That's the front and the back, so I'll figure that out first. And the formula for that is half height times base 1 plus base 2. Remember the 2 sides that are parallel to each other, here and here, are the bases, and the side that's perpendicular, this one here, is the height. So we have half of 24 times 23 plus 16. So when we find that, we're going to double this answer. $468. We're going to multiply that by 2 because there's 2 of them. That's 936 centimeters squared. And to that we have the top of this, which is a rectangle here. And the bottom, you'll see that it's not the same. This is 24 across, this is 25 across. So the top we're going to have to do different than the bottom. Length times width, it's 25 by 8. This side is 8. So the top is 200 centimeters squared. The bottom is 24 by 8. So that's 192 centimeters squared. So this is one of those shapes where it can get a little tricky taking it apart. And then the left side and the right side are a little different. So we'll call this side 1, and over here will be side 2. Side 1 is a rectangle. That's 8 by 16. So that's 128 centimeters squared. And I'm slowly running out of room here. Side 2 is the other side. That's 23 by 8. So that's 184 centimeters squared. So the total surface area, and I apologize, I'm going to have to go over here, is all the sides added together. So we have 936 for the front and back, 200 for the top, 192 for the bottom, 128 for side 1, and 184 for side 2, which gives me a grand total of 1,640 centimeters squared. So even though it might seem tedious and a little confusing at times, it's shapes that we know the formula for each one. It's just a matter of picturing it in our mind and deconstructing it piece by piece. The next shape on the bottom, you'll notice, is a square, and the top of it is all triangles are the same size, and then the sides of it are rectangles. So we'll start with the bottom of it, which is a square. And I know it's a square, even though it looks kind of like a rectangle, is because this 9 and 9 are the same. So 9 squared, that's 81 feet squared. And the sides of it are all the same. They're a rectangle 9 by 5. So 4 sides. So 4 times length times width. Oh, it's a W, not a U. So 4 times 9 times 5. And that's 180 feet squared. And the top are 4 triangles. So 4 triangles. That's the top of this. So 1/2 base times height. That's where the right angle is formed. So it's 9 by 6. 4 times 1/2 times 9 by 6. Which gives us 108 feet squared. So now that I have the pieces to find the total, I simply add them all together. Total surface area is 180 plus 81 plus 108. And I get 369 feet squared. So again, not a tough shape, but one that we need to make sure that we have each piece separate. On to the next page, question number 4 gives us a figure, and there's 28 cubes, and each one has a length of 1, which isn't too bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to count the top of the cubes that are sticking out. So if you notice the top, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the bottom would be all of them. And you'll notice it's 3, by 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. And if we take a look at the sides of the cubes, I'll use a different color here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Plus we have the whole back side. So it's 4 for this first row here, 4 for this row, 4 for this row. That's 4, 8, 12, plus the 2 up top. That's 14. And then this side over here is 1 row complete, which is 4. And then we have, or 3, sorry, 3 plus 2 here on the back side, plus 2 here, plus 2 here. 3, 5, 7, 9. Which gives us a total 37, 46. So the total surface area would be 46 plus 12 plus 12, which would give us a grand total of 70 units squared. Again, another way to look at the same kind of question. Question number 5, I want you to just wait. When we come to class, we'll talk about this one. It's a little different than the rest, so I want to make sure that I'm there to answer the questions for you. Make sure any other questions you have, you bring to class.